How's it going, everyone? Dave Brown here on this Thursday afternoon, and we have big fireworks in the world of politics. It seems that the relationship between Elon Musk and Donald Trump is over. They are going back and forth on X, on True Social, attacking one another. And based on what Elon Musk said in one of his X posts, I don't think this relationship can be repaired. He said that the reason why Donald Trump will not release the Epstein files is because Trump is in the Epstein files. So that's quite the accusation to make. And when you say things like that, I don't think this relationship can be repaired. But we had clues months ago, red flags, that Musk was going to be a problem. Back in December 2024, he got into a fight with MAGA supporters over the issue of H-1B visas, where he attacked MAGA supporters viciously. And I even put out a video back then saying that, he made an unforced error by attacking Trump supporters. And I was highly concerned because when you have power, when you are the richest man in the world, and you're attacking the small guy, the voters who are struggling to pay their bills, that is a terrible optics. And in my opinion, also shows a lack of compassion for people who are worried about just getting by. So here's what Elon Musk said in a X post to MAGA supporters that was pretty vicious. He said, "The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H-1B. Take a big step back and bleep yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend." So a man worth $400 billion is telling voters, the public, MAGA people who are worried about their jobs, he's telling them, bleep yourself in the face, and I will go to war in ways you cannot possibly comprehend. That tweet to me was very concerning. It shows somebody who is an egomaniac, somebody who is unwilling to compromise, somebody who has no tact. And I said, you can disagree with somebody, but explain your position, be nice about it. Don't tell people to bleep themselves. That's ridiculous. So we had this red flag back in December that Musk was a problem and that his ego is a huge problem. And in politics, it's about compromise. It's about trade-offs. You never, ever get everything of what you want. And on this issue here, Musk and Trump were actually in agreement. Trump supported the H-1B program, despite the fact that many MAGA supporters did not. So he backed up Trump here. He promoted Trump or Musk's companies like Tesla. He did a whole show and tell at the White House with a Tesla car when Musk was being attacked. He brought those refugees from South Africa because Musk told him about what was happening down in South Africa. So Trump has done plenty for Musk. But because of this big, beautiful bill that didn't go Musk's way, instead of saying, well, I'm not the president, I have my position, I explained it, it didn't go my way, that's the way things go, okay. Instead, he just went, and attacked Trump and just started pouting and stomping his feet like a child. And of course, when you punch out at Trump, Trump will punch back, and that is what he did. And then things escalated from there, and here we are with everything having gone completely nuclear. So, predictable, disappointing, and we all should have saw it coming. Where it goes from here, God only knows, because Musk does have a lot of money. He's involved in politics now, and what he does for the midterms and for 2028, who knows? And just for the record, the big beautiful bill, I don't like it. I'm a MAGA supporter. And in my previous videos, I said I hate talking about these congressional bills because we know what's going to happen. Eventually, a bill is going to pass that we're not going to like, because that's how, unfortunately, and sometimes fortunately, how our system is set up. It's set up so that you never get what you want, especially in a congressional bill. You have half of the House is, Democrat. Then you have half are Republicans and others Republicans. Only a third of them are probably good Republicans, and I'm being generous. And then in the Senate, it gets even worse. So how can you, as president, get past any bill that's going to cut the deficit? It's almost impossible. And the way we have to go about this, and I've said this in a million videos, is that district by district, we have to root out the establishment people, the people who are not putting America first. And that is a long-term project, unfortunately. And that's why we have to just stick with it and keep on trudging slowly forward. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So I don't get too excited about bills that disappoint me. And that's why I wasn't on here ranting or raving like a lunatic because the bill passed in the House, at least. I expected it. I said, well, this is our system, and our Congress is filled with schmucks. So Elon, he should have understood that as well. And again, the fact that he didn't get everything he wanted made him freak out is really disappointing, and shows somebody who has an ego that's out of control. I just wonder how the public generally is going to respond to this, because you had half of the country, the left, hating on Musk for supporting Trump. Will they switch sides again here? And, Musk is now a good guy? And then, of course, you have MAGA, who already had the previous beef over H-1B. Obviously, I think they're going to take Trump's side here, although you do have your libertarian types who think that Musk is being a hero by taking on the swamp and challenging this issue about the deficit and spending. It's going to be interesting going forward, because Musk does have a lot of power. He does own X, and he does have a lot of money, and he is an egomaniac who, if he doesn't win, or if he's losing, he will do anything, it seems, to win. And that's where things could get spicy the next year and a half. And we're only 4 months in, or 5 months into this first or second term of Donald Trump, and we got to deal with this garbage. So when Trump took on Musk, this was the risk. He needed the money to win the election. And again, I talk about compromise. You cannot win a presidential election unless you have the backing of powerful people. He had already pissed off the neocons over his statements on Russia and Ukraine. He couldn't piss everybody off, so he needed some allies. And Musk was an ally who had a lot of money. I think Musk spent like $400 million helping the Trump campaign. So Trump had to, as a politician does, compromise, bring people on board, and support some of their agenda. That's what he did. And unfortunately, Musk was a volatile character that at some point in the future might turn on him if he didn't get everything he wanted. And that is exactly what happened. So it is what it is. And now we all get to sit back and watch the shit show. Well, that is it for now. If you're new to my channel, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.